Kannada film star Upendra faces a second FIR over alleged casteist remarks during a live chat, causing a stir. Initial charges registered at the CK Achukatu police station are now joined by another at the Halasuru Gate police station. Upendra's impassioned defensive conveyed through a tweet recounts a childhood marred by poverty. He questions the motive behind tarnishing his present, stating that he has no gain in disrespecting anyone and why his forgiveness is not being accepted. However, protests were held by Dalit organizations against Upendra in Ramanagara, and a protest is also planned in Bengaluru. Right, so a second FIR against Kannada film star Upendra, this over his alleged casteist remarks during a live chat. In fact, a series of protests are taking place. Protests were held by Dalit organizations against Upendra in Ramanagara, and now a protest is planned in Bengaluru as well. Meanwhile, Upendra has maintained that he has no gain in disrespecting anyone, and and has also questioned why his forgiveness is not being accepted. So trouble there mounting for Kannada's film star Upendra. He is now facing a second FIR over his alleged casteist remarks. In fact, a protest was held by a Dalit organization in Ramanagara, and now a protest is also being planned in Bengaluru. Let's go across to Deepak for more on this. Deepak, Upendra now facing a second FIR. If you could please share more details with us.
Well, this is definitely some trouble mounting for the Kannada superstar Upendra. Now, he was doing a Facebook Live. He was talking about, there is a party named Prajakiya. He, of course, started this party where he was speaking to many people who had joined in that particular social media live, where he was referring to negative comments that come in for their workers and for the party. And he says, just like in any, town or village, there are Dalits, there is also going to be people like this. This is the parallel that he draws, which has not gone down too well with the Dalit organizations, who has said that this shows his mindset and this is demeaning in nature. They've gone ahead and filed an FIR yesterday. Again, another FIR here in Bengaluru as well being filed at the Halasuru Gate police station. Meanwhile, in Ramnagara, we witnessed protests as well. And today at about 11:30 at the Bangalore University campus, another protest is being planned by, Dalit organizations. And more importantly, right now, we'll really have to see whether there will be any sort of trouble from the police's end as far as the actor is concerned. We are monitoring what's happening at his residence at this point in time. Some of the people at his house are saying that he's not at home, raising questions whether, he at this point in time is trying to find a legal remedy to these FIRs that have been registered. Meanwhile, he has also put out a social media post following the outrage saying that, his words are being taken out of context, and he has gone through a lot of struggle in his earlier days, which will not permit him to make any demeaning statements towards any community. But even after that, we are looking at continued protests and, of course, FIRs that right now will be investigated. We'll really have to see how or what sort of trouble, or whether there will be any sort of trouble that will come way of the superstar, Mr. Upendra.
Absolutely. Deepak, thanks very much for sharing all those details with our viewers.